This is the third annual Robot Wars, which is held every year in San Francisco. It's open to contestants from all over the world, and this year 86 robots signed up to compete. These heavyweight class robots weigh in from 101 pounds up to a maximum of 165 pounds. Here again, the master's saw has broken down, and Taz, using its massive braking power, manages to pin him for 30 seconds, which knocks the master out of the competition. In the first round,
Taz, the winner.
Robert Redford Jr.'s weaponry wasn't much help here. The Biohazard's lift arm makes sure of that. The betting was on the Red Scorpion to easily win this fight, but his tail wasn't operating as planned, and before he knew it, Pungar had him pinned.
I kept the name Red Scorpion from when I was in Vietnam, and we had a fighting unit there, and so I wanted to carry the name on for them to change the attitude of the vehicle as well.
And the winner is Pungar, ladies and gentlemen, immobilizing the Red Scorpion.
We didn't have much time to work on it, so the time we did have, we concentrated on designing the chassis and designing the powertrain to best fit the situation we figured we'd be up against to give us more traction to defeat them, pushing them into the wall.
Watch Terminal Frenzy's hammer smash chunks of concrete out of the floor, as well as giving Nemesis a bad headache. Frank and his hammer did well last year, but met his match against Gut Rip. And so did the arena wall. Here we have the South Bay Mauler preparing to do battle with La Machine. The South Bay Mauler was also overpowered by La Machine.
This is our first year entering into Robot Wars, and we can see exactly where we're going and get lined up directly on our targets.
And they're ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. Our safety doors are closed. Let's begin the match. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Middleweight robots have to weigh in between 51 pounds and 100 pounds. The The organizers have banned nets from future competitions, which will make Agamemnon happy. So the ultimate high-tech versus low-tech battle ended with Agamemnon using its superior strength to pin the Satoru Special III for the regulation 30 seconds. Again, the money was on Scorpion trashing up and over. But in Robot Wars, the unexpected happens. All the time.
And the winner, ladies and gentlemen, up and over. Action.
Scrappy, which is made from scraps, did not have an easy time against Pokey, which looks more like a converted food trolley. It looked like the mousetrap hazard gave Scrappy a helping hand to upend Pokey.
Sounds like Happy Funbot is ready for lunch. Action!
SPS-3 was just the robot from hell as far as Happy Funbot was concerned. Not only was he fast and low-built, he had a net. Funbots hate nets. He lost. Pinned.
And this is our machine.
Featherweight robots have to weigh in between 5 and 25 pounds. In this fight, Pat used its speed to knock Dragon Wagon out, though he nearly disqualified himself when the flipper caught him and spun him under the arena doors. A helping hand pushed him back in. Goes. In round 2, Taz was almost reduced to scrap metal by La Machine.
The winner, ladies and gentlemen, La Machine! Action!
Unfortunately, Terminal Frenzy's hammer just bounced off Biohazard, who made very short work of flipping him over.
We have a winner!
The ball you see is one of the arena hazards and is in fact a 15-pound bowling ball known as the Ball of Doom.
Action!
Although Gut Rip inflicted some serious damage on Kilborg and the arena, he got pinned by Kilborg and lost. two were very evenly matched and were heading for a draw, in which case the audience would have voted for the winner. But just as the 5-minute time was up, Attila snagged the enforcer and pinned him.
And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Time's up. Attila the Hun. In a continuation of the 100 Years' War, England versus France. Steel at work from France taking on a WYSIWYG. An anachronism for what you see is what you get.
This year there were numerous grudge matches, to settle old scores or to make a point. The English robot hadn't traveled all this way to be denied taking on the French robot Steel at Work.
France has lost control of his robot, ladies and gentlemen. The winner, WYSIWYG from England. Our contestants are ready. The safety orders. Let's kick off this match. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Action.
The Master and the Red Scorpion had both been humiliated in the opening rounds, and both wanted to show they were made of tougher stuff. The Master soon wished he hadn't bothered as the Red Scorpion pinned him.
I built this robot in my garage with the help of a couple.
He's a fighter, and I'm sure that we're going to win our class, no problem at all.
Spunky Monkey went on to win the Best Art-Directed Robot Award, but he wasn't quite the fighter his owners had hoped. Still, there's always next year.
Action.
This was a keenly anticipated battle between a couple of the best engineered robots in the competition. But Biohazard's arm again proved to be a formidable weapon. Biohazard went on to win the prize for the best engineered robot.
Our sphere of doom in motion. Let's kick off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Action.
Dumore has met La Machine in battle many times, especially on the '96 Robot Wars European Tour. But up to now, he's never won. And today is no exception.
La Machine!
This was probably the quickest fight in the whole competition.
We are the designer build.
Looks like both of our competitors are ready to go. Let's kick off this final heavyweight round. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Action.
The winner of this match would face La Machine in the finals, and the smart money was on Biohazard to win. But Vlad the Impaler wasn't about to make it easy for him. Biohazard was able to lift the 165-pound Vlad high enough to stop Vlad's wheels having any traction. And then Vlad got stuck on Biohazard's arm.
If Biohazard can back off, it will win this match. Biohazard, can you move? Biohazard, the winner of that match.
The Impaler's frustrated act of revenge came to nothing as Biohazard righted itself to take the winner's bow. And Biohazard had an instant fan club.
Well, I have to expect as much trouble from La Machine.
The face-off heavyweight final was expected to be a walkover for La Machine in many people's view. Within a minute, Biohazard had La Machine at its mercy, but he made a big mistake and tried to turn La Machine over onto its back. Instead, La Machine escaped, and a game of cat and mouse ensued. La Machine was dead, and all Biohazard had to do was gently lift him up.
La Machine is a much simpler robot. I just thought about, I saw him compete last year and thought about what it would take to beat.
Action.
In the middleweight finals, Agamemnon had made it through to fight Trax. Agamemnon had been specially adapted on the spot so it could take on a wedge-shaped robot. But Trax was having a bad day, and he died very quickly.
Can you move, Trax? Trax is dead in the water, ladies and gentlemen. The winner, Agamemnon. Count down with me from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Action!
Yes, that was a carrot to tempt Attila into the net, but it didn't work.
Ladies and gentlemen, SPS-3 is dead in the water. The winner by default is Attila the Hun.
The Wedge of Doom made short work of Red 2 to win the featherweight finals. The number of robots in each melee competition is limited by the number of radio frequencies available, as each radio-controlled robot needs its own frequency. In this first heavyweight melee, 5 robots fight to the death, or to whoever is left alive after 5 minutes. Again, the Master had a lot to prove, having been beaten twice. This was his last chance. With the Master crippled, it came down to a game of tag between La Machine and Biohazard, with nothing being allowed to get in the way. La Machine grabbed its chance and caught Biohazard and slammed him into the corner, where he was trapped upside down. Now La Machine was intent on demolishing everyone else. Vlad the Impaler goes up and over. Dumor doomed. And poor old the Master brushed aside. Having got the victory spin out of the way, La Machine gives Biohazard a health check, just to show who's boss.
One distracts me, just wrap them all up.
It doesn't take long for triple redundancy to take things up. It splits 3 ways and causes chaos, especially for Spiky. X2 won because they avoided the tape, which has also been banned from future competitions. Attila the Hun got off to a bad start. He got locked into Bite Me. While Happy Funbot again came to grief in the nets of SPS-3. But at the end, the surprise winner was Lorena. The Master is back with a new weapon, a blade. Watch the Master get its blade under La Machine. And with Pungar pushing, they trap La Machine on the flipper and pin him. But he's only stuck for a minute. La Machine gets its revenge on Pungar. Taz tangles with Red Scorpion. And Marvin looks for a victim to lash with his chains. Munch gets the La Machine treatment. Nemesis gets the La Machine treatment. And now it's Taz's turn. Finally, the audience gets to judge who has won.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go down into the ring and have you, the audience, pick the winner of the heavyweight melee round. We're going to go through the robots that are still mobile,